Streaming is on.
That reminds me of what I wrote.
Yeah, it is what you wrote.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that I shouldn't be the one writing this. Like, nothing's been updated in terms of, like, if it's just what I wrote 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, it means that
Well,
it's been
it
updated.
was applicable because it was still applicable to me. I mean, I updated the team scheduling and
But has it
the
only been assigned? Has it only been assigned to Stacy at this point?
no, it has been assigned also to Moth.
Yeah. So I just think there's more updating that needs to be made there. Anyways,
Assigned
I
to
personally am ready to take a step back
Stacy and Moth.
from going through the verification, because I mean, for me, it's just obviously not verified. Like, I think we're capable of getting this done. It shouldn't be a lot of work, and we can get off upfront pay stop. But I would prefer to take a step back and just go through the responsibility organizing some and just get things a little bit more clear.
All right.
Because I feel like, basically to have something professional to be presented to the executive team, it should be clear what each column is, and it should be easy to recognize whether the column has been filled out correctly or not, and it just shouldn't take very long. You know what I mean? Like, this is just taking too much time. Yeah,
I agree.
so wait, hold on one sec. All right. So the first step is the goal, right? So
Okay.
So you're down to go into responsibly organizing some?
Yeah. Are you in the responsibility organizing or on the notes?
I'm using the note. Line 82.
Okay.
So the first thing, you have the goals. So we covered the idea that the overall goal is to update.
We had those expectations, right? Expectations goals that we have included.
I don't know what that is. But basically, we want to update the executive team on the 19 priorities. And I believe what we're creating, basically, we're creating a management status update report to the executive team, right?
Yeah.
So basically, there's individual status updates from managers that are compiled together into a full report every 2 weeks. Right? Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Every
I
2
think
weeks.
I think it's very important to understand that you have these individual status updates from the managers, and that we're compiling all these updates together to create a full report, right? And we decided to do this every 2 weeks. I don't know if every 2 weeks is too often, but either way, that's what we decided on. It feels like it's happening too often, like I'm fine it being monthly or whatever,
Yeah.
So, but either way, it should be done professionally, right?
Yeah.
So from here, it's basically, make sure managers have general agreement that each individual status update is completed, and then that there is an agreement from the management team that the work was completed. So I think those are the goals, basically, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So are we ready to go through? I think there's one other goal here, is to find and address any missing priorities that are not being updated and updated, organized, and scheduled, right?
Exactly.
So right now we found two, right? So we have the Delaware taxes,
Correct.
and then there was another one. I can't. Oh yeah. I also think we should do the overall taxes system, right? That the overall taxes system is really a separate priority that is not any of the individual taxes. That makes sense. So I think these two need to be added. Uh, cool. So and that would make it 21. That'd be 21 total. So management status update spreadsheet column details. So any questions on the goals? Are there any other status, any things on the goals? Does that sound good or what? Sorry, it's Alberto. Should I say it third time? Or are there anything else on the goals or can anyone even
It's
hear me?
okay. No, we can hear you.
So the goals are good, or you guys understand? You have questions about the goals, or does this match with what was there before? Or do we need to update it or what? Did we lose Alberto? I'm assuming we lost Alberto, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Seems good. Seems good. Yeah.
So it seems good. Okay, so let's go into the details. We're starting with column A.
Mhm.
So column A is
Column A is
category. So column A and B is the category and subcategory.
yeah. Then column C priority. Jay, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. I lost you. Shall I write it?
What?
Column C, column D.
You want to? It'll be line 96.
Column C and D
But
priority.
either way, I feel like it might make sense to update this to be with our new system where we would have the
Trajectory.
the umbrella trajectory. So I think we should just change this to column A, B, and C. No. Yes, I think that's correct, right? So yeah,
ABC.
okay, column A, B, and C, column C, and then we have column D and F. So column D, column F. So I think that this should be the umbrella trajectory. Then you have the full trajectory. Then you have the sub trajectory. Then you have the category and the subcategory.
Okay.
So for now, let's just do all 5 of these, and then we can decide which ones we want to get rid of or keep or whatever. But I think it is helpful having more information than less to make sure it's all organized. So 1, 2, 3. Does that sound good?
Yeah. I think Alberto's was good. Alberto, we lost Alberto.
Yeah, I think he's done yet. So do you want to do this now with me? It should go pretty quick.
Yes. Okay, letter A
Yeah,
and
you want to
B
do this now?
wanted.
So for the umbrella, for the umbrella trajectories, it is SVG client work
Yeah.
for the first couple, right? So all the taxes is SVG client
Taxes.
work.
Okay. And then what is
I mean, Accounting, I assume accounting, I don't know, bills is client work, value distribution, not client work, sponsorship, client work, value distribution, not client work, right? I can't remember about
Okay.
accounting.
Yes. I don't know. Also. It's not also in a schedule. I'm looking and um, what is accounting? Okay, next.
Uh, Accounting, you don't
Uh,
remember what accounting is?
no. Maybe it's in my tracking hours. I will look. Maybe there's something. I can see an idea. Maybe.
Accounting is when we calculate how much money needs to be in the bank account and assets sold and transferred.
Yeah, but what is the umbrella of that? Finance. No. What's the umbrella for that?
For what?
Jay?
Accounting? Oh, I just
Yeah.
don't know. I can't remember.
Oh. What's the umbrella for that? I cannot think what is the umbrella for that one.
Well, are you able to do the other ones? Just skip that one, go into the other ones. 'Cause I feel like I'm just doing this all by myself. I don't think you've done a single thing yet, have you?
Oh, not yet, not yet. I thought you were asking me for the umbrella for. Okay, CCC
I
is
was asking you to help. I was asking you to help.
CCC is
I
general
think it's
teamwork.
general
General
teamwork,
teamwork.
but
Yeah, general
I
teamwork.
think there's a difference here. There's a CCC board setup, and then there's a CCC nonprofit budget. So I think the board setup is actually client work,
CCC. I can see only CCC.
outreach. Maybe it's just general
I can see
teamwork, I
only
guess.
general teamwork here, and then what else? Onboarding or coordination is onboarding or coordination.
All right. Anyways, we can get that all figured out. I'm not too worried about. Let's note here. You know, priority level is low. Low, 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 low. Not required for upfront event.
Hey guys,
Hey,
change
Hello, hello.
change location. Should be okay now. Shouldn't
Hmm.
have any more problems.
Do you
all
remember
right.
what's the
So
umbrella for accounting? Ano, Alberto?
Excuse me, can you repeat? Do you remember
Do
what?
you remember what's the
remember
umbrella for accounting?
if it's accounting, is accounting trajectory under client work or
Finances.
general work or well, we know it's under
No.
finances, but we're trying to update this to be based on our scheduling trajectories, which would be either
Okay.
umbrella, it would be either client work, um, or it would be general work or prime trajectory, right?
Accounting support is yellow, from what I remember. Let me check.
I don't
Or
think there is a
maybe,
yellow.
huh?
No, we're
There's blue, green, and pink.
But accounting support is was. I mean, I'm looking at the tracking our
yeah,
spreadsheet
spreadsheet.
to see. You went over today, right, Joyce? My my tracking hours when we do the income. Do you remember? Accounting support was under what?
It was under client.
It
Client
was
one.
under client, yeah,
Yeah.
right? So it was under client accounting support.
And
Under client, Jay. Yeah.
full and sub. Full and sub.
In
Accounting
the
is client
accounting
work.
accounting support, it's different
Client
than
work.
accounting. Accounting happens every time that there is some transfers to be made, right? But the specific accounting support that we set up to happen once per month with the verification and everything, it's with the executive verification is client work. Yeah.
It's not internal ops.
Well, the accounting support it was part of the executive support that we extrapolated and created the accounting support.
Okay,
That's why it's not. Yeah, that's why it's under the.
and that's part of what we want to do is we want to set up the full trajectories under the client work, which we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
So we still need to do that, but we're kind of stuck on this. So, anyways, I was just noting here, like going through the columns.
Uh-huh.
So first, we added umbrella trajectory, full trajectory, sub trajectory. We might get rid of the categories. We'll just see. We'll leave them for now. But all of these
Okay.
are low priority level and have nothing to do with the upfront pay stop. So I think we can just basically move on and skip all of that for now, because this is
Okay.
all basically fine. So then that brings us to column F, priority, which should describe the priority work that needs to get done, right? Should describe
Mm-hmm.
priority work that needs to get done, right? So this is obviously a high priority, needs to be the correct information so we know what is being updated. Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Column G is the actual status.
His extra status. Yeah.
FG.
So for this is
Let,
the
let me
status.
take away this freeze. I'm gonna take away this freeze for the moment.
What are you taking away?
This freezing here, so it's better. It was
Do I
freezing
need
up to the column. Yeah.
do I need to wait?
No, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Status G. Yeah.
All right. So the status is basically, red, yellow, red, orange, yellow,
Yellow.
green, right?
Yeah.
And can be bad, better, okay, good, or other equivalent terms. But it should not give descriptions or details or percentage. All right. So, and this is obviously very, very important. This is like highest priority level, and
Yeah.
should be updated every time. Right. It's
Yes.
very important that the status update is
G.
updated every time. All right. So that brings us to column.
Okay.
H.
H.
So column H. So this
Column
is the
is
status details, right?
the details of the status. Yeah.
So this should describe what has changed since the last
What
status
has changed?
and be updated based on the most current information, right?
All right.
So that means that if something was updated the day after the most recent verification and report was done,
Mm-hmm.
it should be updated again at the end, right? So it just needs to be the most current information.
Correct.
And obviously this is highest level. This needs to be updated, right?
Right.
Column G, no, column I. Are there any
Column
questions on
I,
for the status?
not so far.
Yeah.
Right. Column I is who has stepped up, but I mean, who's the manager basically? Column I, who's managing?
It says who has stepped up to do the management. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who stepped
Plus,
someone would need to step up to make sure the status is updated.
Mhm.
So this is I think a lower priority. Great.
Okay.
And then we have the percentage complete.
Yes, percentage complete. Correct.
Just so you guys know, like you guys just are just doing something else, like you could easily be helping with this if you wanted to. Column
Yeah.
IJ. Percentage complete is
column J.
um, percentage complete would basically
From
be
last time.
how much of the work has been completed corresponds with the color of the status update as well. So basically 0 to 24% is red,
Mm-hmm.
25 to 49% would be orange, 50% to 74% is yellow, and then 75% to 100% is green.
Okay.
I would give that like a high priority level. It's not like it's the highest priority level, but it is important to make sure that it's generally updated. I mean, it would be silly not to update that.
Of course. So you think also that. So then we have the percentage from last time is how much last month, right? Here's about last month.
Well, the
It's not about
percentage
the
is
last.
from the last 2 weeks ago, right?
Last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
depends. Like for example, the 1099s, the percentage of completion from last time is from last year. I mean,
Oh
last
yeah,
time that we had the deadline. So it depends also on the priority work, because some priority work can be have a weekly deadlines, other ones have a yearly deadline. So
yeah.
you
So
want
I mean, I
to.
would say this is pretty low priority as far as upfront pay stuff,
Okay.
because it's just, I mean, once you update that, you don't really need to change it much for a whole year for something,
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right, so that comes to the team scheduling. So team scheduling, this is very, very highest high level priority. Like the team scheduling needs to be correct, right? So
Okay.
this should have the most updated information about when the next sessions are scheduled and match our overall team schedule, right?
Yeah.
And then the assigned workers, this should be who is planning on attending and being involved in the work and in the schedule.
What do you think this is? I mean, this is high price, not highest, but it's still high, right? Because the executive wants to know who's working
But
on
it
what.
doesn't change that often. So then
Yeah.
again,
It
the
changes all the time. Yeah.
deadline should be high. So this needs to have the correct deadline. If there is no deadline, that should be clear, right?
Yeah.
And then basically P through R, column P on, column P plus is basically, manager review.
agreements.
So, each manager can review the status um, and give their opinion on the whether the status was completed. And I would say this is low priority, right? It doesn't
Hmm.
actually it doesn't have anything to do with actually preventing or not preventing upfront pay stop. But
All
I don't
right.
know, maybe let's say it's a medium priority because it does affect whether or not the work has been completed, because by having that information, you are able to gauge whether or not you're going to be voting yes or no on that the work is completed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just to pull out the important ones here, obviously we need to be double checking that the status is correct, that the details of the status have the right information of what the status is, and that we have the team scheduled. So I would say we start with these, and then the other thing we need to address is anything we need to add. So we're talking about adding the Delaware taxes and overall taxes.
Yeah. So we're adding Delaware taxes. Taxes is finances. Taxes. Imminent. This is the Delaware franchise. Delaware franchise fee.
Mhm.
Franchise fee. Status is bad, but I mean,
So what is imminent? Like I read the priority and it says imminent. What is imminent?
because it's between. I was looking for a word between current and next, because I mean the partnerships are still next, right? So I thought imminent,
Okay, but I
upcoming.
just don't understand what that means in terms of like the priority should clearly state the priority, not the status of the priority,
Okay,
right?
Delaware franchise tax.
Like if
Franchise.
you want another column of, if you want a separate column
No, no,
that
no, no, no. It's
what's
okay.
the current status of whether it's current or past or previous or whatever, you could write that in, but it's like I feel like it just confuses
Yeah, yeah.
what the priority is. Like, is the priority the W8s or is the priority the previous W8s or the private is it the next W8s? I mean, it's just like what does that mean previous W8?
Hmm.
So I would just again make sure that it's clear what the priority is.
Delaware franchise fee. Vacations. This is taxes. 100%. 0%. All right. So team scheduling. Team scheduling. This could be either today or let's see. I mean, the taxes are here Wednesday, Thursday, and review on Friday. I mean, this is like more executive, right? VA, because we need to make the payments. I remember when we did it last year; it was very fast. When they make the payments, and it was done.
Yeah, so you definitely want to assign me on that for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. J. Alberto timeline. We said so March 1st. Uh,
Sure.
advertise. All right, overall tax system. This is outdated. Outdated. I don't know, last year we did some. I don't know. This is, I wouldn't know. Here it's definitely maybe 10%. I mean, we improved more than 10%, maybe 20. Last year we did a better job for sure. We made a lot of improvements, so I would put it at 7%. Team scheduling again. Here it's
Also get linked. The overall taxes system planning should get linked for sure.
yeah.
I'll add that to the task.
Okay. Assigned workers again. Okay, add that. Timeline for this, or I mean, we don't have deadlines, but maybe we want to put a timeline for this. Maybe I would put March 1st. It's you and I, Jay, assigned workers. Do you think it's okay, March 1st? Within the next 2 weeks?
The deadline?
We need to update the overall tax system planning. Yeah. So I put March
Yeah,
1st
I don't
as
think
a
that would
timeline.
be I don't think that's my responsibility. And I don't think there's a deadline either.
No, there's no deadline. Okay. Any other any other any other priority we need to add? You see the notes. So this we added.
No more, no, all 21.
Call the taxes setup planning for the entire year.
I think it was just those two that needed to be added.
Yeah. This is the same, right? No, need to add in Delaware. Add additional line for Delaware taxes in the taxes section of the management status updates. Yeah, it was the same. All right.
So what I would like us to do is to cover these three most important ones, but I also feel like the priority status is really important too, right? Because the priority status is like, it's medium, that it's like, it obviously needs to be the correct information, but it needs to be done once and then it never needs to be updated again. So, but it's not even been updated once, like it just doesn't make sense. So I would say we would need to go through the priority, the status, the details of the status, and the team schedule. And then from there, it would be good to go through the deadlines as well.
All right. Let's do that. You want to take a break first? It's almost top of the hour.
Well, what I would prefer is this to all get done and be updated so that when we're going through it, you know, we're getting the work done. It's just, I mean, the work should already be done, so it's just frustrating. Because it would be nice to work on something else, but I also know that we're on Upfront pay stop, and it's just like a bummer. But we can definitely take a break, that's for sure.
No, I know. I mean, it's top of the hour. That's what I'm saying. Since you wanna, so we wanna. I mean, so okay. Number one is priority. It's okay. This is okay. This is okay. Updated.
Again,
Yeah.
I don't agree that these are okay. Like, what does previous mean? Like, how is previous the priority? Is the previous W8 the W8 from last year? Is the W8 for, you know, the previous year? Like, it does not, the previous is not the priority. Like, I don't understand what previous is.
All right. Let's
Like, isn't
just
that
take
part of
that
the
away.
details of the status? Like, wouldn't if it's not the priority, then it's the details of the status. Like, the status would be that this is the previous ones. I mean, I don't know. Whatever it is, it should be in the status, not in the priority. The priority should be very, very clear for anyone reading it.
Yeah. Okay.
For example,
And
updating and verification is not a clear priority. All right.
okay, wait. I'm just writing down what you just said here. Wait, priority here should be very clear to anyone reading. All right. So going back here, management status. What you were saying, Jay, here. What skipping? All right. So skipping. We skip to W8s and W9s. We have the agreement. We're still skipping them because we have other priorities that take precedence.
I don't know. I mean, whatever you want to write, but the point is that if it needs to be something about the previous, then you can put that in the status, not the priority.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Previous.
But it still says the status under the priority.
Oh yeah. W skipped, not completed. Skipped,
All right. So now we're
not.
making some progress. So partnership and individual taxes and extensions.
The Delaware Orwell tax system partnership
Verify executive updates. So what is that? Calculations and verify executive updates. So that's not
What
clear. So
about what is this?
thing.
Mhm.
So
This is the accounting. This is accounting support. Accounting support status 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 updates report. Status update report. Updating and verification. PS priority. Okay. Updating and verification. Okay. Monthly budget process.
that's not clear. Updating and verification is not clear. Is not a clear priority.
Would you create two separate lines then? One for updating and one for verification?
I mean, I don't know if that's necessary, but obviously they are different responsibilities.
Yeah.
Um,
So what would
but
you say the priorities?
what it is. So if someone's just reading that, it should be updating the bills, the list of bills, updating the list of bills, and verifying the monthly uh, uh, verifying that bills have been paid, right?
Yeah.
So just make sure it's clear so that people reading it know what it's about. Otherwise,
All
you
right.
might know what it's about in your head, but it's no one else does. You know?
Yeah. Monthly HR budget process.
And I believe the monthly HR budget process also includes the overall budget too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You mean with the business cost budget, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Budget pop review executive verification. All right.
So that's the one-time one. Yeah. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So then this would be the.
I would take away then payroll current. I would say just
You could just say
payrolls.
the payroll system, or no, it's actually the value distribution system, right?
Yeah, it's the value
So,
distribution system.
so I don't know, but I think it's fine to say just the payroll, the current. So we're currently on the bonus upfront payroll. Okay, that's fine.
Then we have admin fees. So this is evergreen admin fees. It's very specific, right? So evergreen.
No, I think it's all admin fees.
Okay. So the priority is all admin fees. Okay. So the status, the details of the status would also see if there is a. We don't know if there is other admin fees we need to check. I mean, you said that the Chase account has been closed for good cost group. So I don't know. CC non-profit budget. I mean, I think this is clear, right? It's a priority. Everybody understands it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we wanna go to the status of the money. Let's finish the money first. Let's cover the money first, and then we go into the other general. Or you wanna keep going with the priorities for the general?
Whatever you want to do is fine. No, not worried
All right.
about
So
it.
let's finish the priorities then. So this is priority worker involvement criteria. Then we have the monthly and weekly deadlines. Monthly and weekly deadlines, updates, worker involvement basic criteria. Basic criteria verification. Basic criteria verification. This is not a priority. Lots. Decision makers included. So for the onboarding and training, the priority is to organizing
One thing about
the links.
onboarding and training is that we put that into the main session, right? We put the training and segmentation.
Yes, exactly. Training and segmentation.
There's a training and segmentation trajectory, I think. I don't know. That needs to be clear in terms of what the trajectory is for that. But anyways, we'll get back.
It's that. It's training and segmentation. It's exactly that. It's called training and segmentation.
So organizing all the links is also just not a clear priority.
I mean, there's a lot of updating and organizing to do.
Onboarding
the whole process.
How about worker onboarding / training verification? That sounds clear because it's like there should be some type of checklist for each worker, whether or not they're going through their training and onboarding or not, and then that would be priority, right?
Okay, yeah, it's true. And then part of there is organizing, obviously. Websites, updates, SVG. Here now we have the old showcase websites, right? But more than website updates now with the new proposal that passed yesterday with the decision about the pipeline training experience.
I mean, I think we might want to add the pipeline experience model as an additional update, because that seems like it might be a separate thing.
I agree.
So that would be that'll be a 22nd one. And it also would be Umbrella Showcase website, so that's correct. Category. I don't know what the category is, or the subcategory, but we'll figure that out.
All right. But the website updates is a good priority, the one before, Jay? Website updates.
I think it's fine. I mean, it's basically working on the website getting updated.
Okay. Then setting up of LinkedIn account. Okay. This is more like setting up, LinkedIn account. Okay.
Yes.
Clear. This CCC board setup. Organization and life support, organizing, right? Or coordination, organizing and coordination.
No, it's fine. Org support and life support. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Org
Staffing
support, life
for
support, program coordination. Yeah.
okay. Staffing for boards and decision making. All right. This is I don't know. It's clear. I don't know. I don't know what else we can say here.
I think it's fine.
Okay. Quarterly recruitment round. Quarterly recruitment round. This is clear as well. The quarterly recruitment round.
Yeah.
Good. So the priorities we have agreement that are good.
Yeah.
So
Looks
now
good.
we have yeah. So now we have 22 priorities.
Yeah. So
We
shall we
added.
go ahead and take a break or what?
Yes, we missed a break. Let's take a break and then we can finish this up.
Yeah, I think it does help a lot. Just at least even having the priorities organized, I think is very,
For
very
sure.
helpful.
For
Otherwise,
sure.
it's hard to even know what we're updating the status on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a 5 minutes break. We meet at quarter
Okay.
past. Okay. Thank you.